When you open Google Earth, it will look like this. You'll have your virtual globe, and on the left-hand side, you'll have your sidebar. There's a search area at the top, a places area, and a layers area. For the tour I'm going to take you on, I've put 2 layers on. You can see that my borders and labels have been checked. If I don't want them checked, I just click the box and you can see they go away. I also have 3D buildings layer turned on because I want to show you some of the very interesting things I learned about building models in Google SketchUp. So I have my 3D buildings layer open. On the right over here is the navigation area. You can click on the minus sign and it will take you away, or you can hold it. To zoom in, you click on the plus, or you can use this slider bar to zoom in or out. You can also press and hold this and move around. You can also use a mouse to navigate around in Google Earth. So let me take you on a little Google Earth trip that I created. I live in Los Angeles, just outside of Los Angeles actually, and this is where my little tour is going to start. As you can see, I have zoomed in on the downtown area of Los Angeles, and it looks really incredible with all those 3D buildings. And one of the things I learned, because I have my 3D buildings layer on, if I hover over some of these buildings in the downtown area, they glow. And that tells you that they have been modeled using Google's 3D SketchUp. Let's take a look at one of these buildings. As I zoom around here, we see a building that looks very different from all the others. It doesn't have the typical straight sides. So let's take a look at that one and zoom in on it and see what that's all about. Okay, so now we're looking at it, and if I hover over it, you will see that it does glow. So let's click on it, and you will see you will get a pop-up with some information on it. This tells you what the name of the building is. It's the Walt Disney Concert Hall. It will tell you the address, the phone number. It'll have links and photos and a lot of information. If you notice, there's a tab here called the Model tab. If I click on that, that will tell you information about the 3D warehouse, the Google 3D warehouse. This is where this model is stored, and you can even download it from here. So very interesting. Let's close this pop-up by clicking the X. And let's begin our journey. As I zoom out a little bit from Los Angeles, you get a great view of the downtown area and surrounding areas. But really, the adventure begins as I left Los Angeles and drove up the coast almost to San Francisco. San Francisco is a great city, and it has many structures that have been modeled using Google SketchUp. Let's zoom in on this famous landmark, the Golden Gate Bridge. And if you notice, if I hover over it, it lights up, which means it has been modeled and is in the Google 3D warehouse. So let's click on it, and you can see we get some information about it. You get a link to it, you get photographs taken nearby, and if you click on the Model tab, you can get some more information about the bridge. For example, it was completed in 1937. You can also download this model if you'd like. So let's close this pop-up by clicking on the X, and let's go to the place where I spent the most time and where the adventure really happened. A little southeast of San Francisco in a town called Mountain View, California is where I spent most of my time. This is where the Google Geo Teachers Institute was held. Here is where I spent 3 full days learning to integrate geography and technology in the classroom. I'd like to thank Tina Ornduff and her Geo Education team for a great institute. I can't wait to use these great tools in my 3rd grade classroom. And now I have some other exploring to do. I'm going up to the menu bar and click View, Explore, and I am going to the moon. You can also explore Mars and the sky. It is simply amazing. Happy exploring, everyone!